Do you like scary stories? Tales of horror, tales of woe, tales of despair? If so, you'll quite like this video on this Bogner Shiva. The owner says his road crew plugged it into the wrong power supply and it caught on fire, or he smelled smoke, and there was smoke. There's one little scorched resistor there. That's no big deal. What really happened here was here. What looks to be a thermistor across the mains, or on one of the main supplies, went up in smoke, and that's all burned. And that releases a lot of smoke and be kind of scary, and it looks like it's partially melted the fuse holder. But that might be an easy repair. The reason it might not is where the thing gets really scary. And two individuals, or entities, let's say entities for the sake of this scary video, two entities work together to make this truly horrible thing that may be an expensive repair. When Bogner designed this, they printed 32A on the main fuse. And I know what they were thinking. They were thinking for the US market, it will be 3 amp, and they'll just block out the 2. For the European market, with 240 volts, they'll block out the 3. It'll be a 2 amp, so they don't have to print that twice. They just have to black that out. Well, the Sharpie wore off, and it doesn't say 3 amp. It doesn't say 2 amp. What does it say, guys? Say it with me. 32 amp. Now, the road crew for this touring musician could not find a 32 amp fuse. There is no 32 amp fuse, and this whole fuse holder looks pretty cracked. So does the IC plug. But anyway, they could not find a 32 amp fuse. But being a good road crew, they went out and got a 30 amp fuse. And that was in this amp. And a 32 amp fuse, when you have the wrong wall voltage, means that things are going to go wrong. Things are going to catch on fire, but the amp is going to keep working, or try to keep working. So it's going to draw current even when there is a fire. Now, I've not replaced all this stuff here, obviously, to see how bad the damage is. But if the damage is more than just that thermistor in there, then it is a dual cause. The 30 amp fuse and Bogner's 32 amp fuse writing. So let me make this the US market version again. I cannot fucking believe that Bogner is allowed to sell that, and that is legal. Well, the owner of this Shiva got extraordinarily lucky. It was just that thermistor that burned. It wasn't crucial to the operation of the amp. There's a proper 3 amp fuse in now. I verified the bias is still good, and the bias is not drifting, which can happen after you've had issues. The resistor, which had discoloration on it that I showed, was one of the 220K grid leaks in the output, or bias leaks as they're also called. So that was changed, and has the correct fuses, and it's been stable now for more than an hour. So this owner got extraordinarily lucky. On to the next one, because he brought in 2.